What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. I wanted to go over this topic, why you must go through an initiation to change. So let's go through it. So basically, at its core, you have to understand when you're changing who you are as a person and you're developing your sense of self, you have to go through certain processes to change. Changing your mind or becoming a new person is not something that's so easy as, just saying like, oh, I'm going to wake up today and I'm going to start doing this. It's much more deeper than that. And if you even see inside of the Bible, a lot of the men that left their old ways, they literally changed their name. They were a new person. They changed their name. They no longer carried the same name. Some people still hold that tradition today, but you have to really realize that when it comes to changing who you are as a person, there are deeper processes that need to happen. And you have to go through what I call an initiation, right? This is why you see a lot of, I believe a lot of, a lot of hidden circles know about this type of things, these type of rituals, these type of initiations, such as like, frats, fraternities, such as, things like what happens inside of celebrities. You hear about all of these like initiation rituals, and to some extent I will say they are true. But I do believe that within nature, there are already natural causes of initiations that already happen within the natural laws to create this new person, this changing person that changes their ways to move towards where they want to go. So, these initiations can happen in the littlest things, man. Yeah, they happen in the littlest things. I mean, you can even start your own initiation, but you have to understand that suffering is one of the key ingredients into the process or the ritual, if you want to say, of this initiation. Suffering is a part of it, because in order to change, what needs to happen is that you need to mirror back the same force of what you want to change. So basically, you have to mirror back the same force within the same opposite spectrum. So if the thing that you want to change is meeting you with a certain force, you need to meet it with that same force, but the opposite force of it, to require some type of change in order to happen. If what you're trying to change is basically bench pressing more than you can't stand a chance to try to even beat it. You have to meet it with an equal or even greater force for it to start uh uh moving, right? That's why in the Bible there were metaphors of, you can move mountains, you can do miraculous things, because you can. But there is an initiation process where you have to really dig deep to change who you are as a person. And as I said, suffering is a part of it. If you see in Buddhism, suffering is literally one of their key ingredients to everything, right? Suffering is a part of, the detachment, the detaching away from the world, detaching away from all of the things that are keeping you stuck. You know, you have to understand that what this is at its greatest form is a sense of alchemy, right? It is alchemy. You are alchemizing, if that's even a word, your mind. And it's not going to be easy. I think a lot of people on the internet make it sound like it's sunshine and rainbows. And this is not to scare anybody. And it's not to make anybody feel a certain type of way, to scare anybody off, because that's not what I want to do. But it's honestly a way to prepare people to keep going, because people don't tell you about the things that happen within the process of trying to change. And within the process of changing, you literally are at high risk of losing everything. Very high risk. You probably will lose everything. And that's just you know, that's just me being honest. If you see the story of Job in the Bible, the man lost everything. Everybody was blaming him, saying, "Oh, you must have did something." He's like, "I didn't do anything." You know what I mean? But God called him as righteous. And he allowed who to test him, right? Because he believed that he can stand the test of time. So the thing is that this is what it's about. These are all metaphors, by the way. But this is what happens in real life. Real life situations. Life wants to know, like, are you going to stand 10 toes? Are you not going to be, are you not going to be moved? You know, as far as the more that I begin to learn more about myself, I begin to understand what the scriptures were talking about. When the disciples were on water, and Jesus is talking about, like, why are you basically asking for help? Why are you afraid? You know? Or why the disciples couldn't cast demons out of the people, or why they couldn't move mountains, or why they couldn't do certain things. It's really because, you know, their minds wasn't alchemized yet. They haven't endured enough yet. If you see honestly, if you watch in any type of group that you watch, whether it's like even the Army, the Navy SEALs, all of these groups, they go through an initiation. They all go through, because they understand what alchemizing is. They understand what changing is, what it takes. They know it. They know for a fact what it is. And I can go into more about this, but you have to, inside of your own life, you have to go through these certain processes to become alchemized into the person that you were intended to be. And if you actually see, you know, what surprised me the other day, I just had a thought that came in my mind, but look up some of your favorite celebrities and see how many of them are in certain groups or fraternities. See how many of them are in certain small circles, and you'll be surprised. But peace.